Hi everyone, this is Kishor here. Welcome to my live session, which is season two of the live sessions, weekly live session with Kishor. We will talk about different topics and every week, so it's coming every Friday at 10 o'clock. Today we will be talking about the visas and then what kind of visas, a 491, whatever visa you hold that you will looking to buy a property, what sort of advice do you need, how you can get ready, and what are the processes. We will get that answered by very emerging mortgage broker here in the Gold Coast, who is in Tasmania at the moment, meeting with the clients, is promoting his business. So I would like to join Mr. Manish Pandey from Midas Finance. Let him join in. Hey Manish, how are you?
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Dai. Thank you so much for the invite. I'm very well, enjoying Tasmania. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, good, good. Very warm and hot weather here in the Queensland. Obviously, I don't know what's the weather like there.
Queensland can't go wrong anytime. So, Tasmania is, the weather keeps changing every time. So,
Yeah,
it's kind of cold right now. Kind of cold.
cool. Now, most of uh, people here on the Gold Coast probably know about you anyway. But if you want to introduce yourself to those who's watching us, who might be watching us a little bit later as recorded, please can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. Look, I definitely don't want to take it as granted that all of the people know me, but just to introduce myself, my name is Manish, and I work for Midas Finance. Having close to 2 years experience in real estate and working with Al Hooker, I've gained lots of experience regarding real estate as well, and that way I think I can serve my client better. That's how I think of myself. Being a broker and also having that real estate experience, I think I can serve them in a better way.
Cool. Just want to let our audience know as well. This is live, and if you have any questions within our conversation, you can actually write a comment on the box, and you can see your comment. If you have any questions, or myself or Manish, that we are more than happy to try to answer your questions. Yeah. So we will. So how long you been doing the mortgage broking, and what sort of the clients that you have been looking after?
Look, it's been just about 6 months, but then I had been studying about mortgage broking and finance industry. That always interests me all the time.
Yeah.
The kind of clients that I'm more so dealing with right now is the people on temporary visas like 491, 482s, who are in provisional PRs, and all that, and also the permanent residents as well who are into first home buying steps.
Yeah, being a real estate agent myself, I've been asked by a lot of people who is holding 49 and 491 visa and leading up to the permanent residency. They ask me a lot of questions, or they don't know much about it. So we know there are people wanting to buy a property, but a lot of people think that they can only buy when they get a PR or citizen of Australia. So, can you tell us about 491 visa conditions to buy a property in Australia? How is the process, and what sort of basic scenario they have to go to get the property or they invest here?
Sure. So this thing that I'm going to tell you is not only with 491, but with so many other temporary visas, especially who is on skilled migrant visa, working in their own professional occupations or whatever that is. So it actually helps all those people as well. The first thing that you need to know while buying this property is yes, you can buy property with the visa, but there are costs involved. So, it's expensive. Everyone knows the stamp duty is far more than what the regular permanent residents or even Australians pay. Um, but it's just a numbers game. If you've got enough money, enough deposit, if you're saving good, and you've got let's say another 2 or 3 more years to get your permanent residency sorted, then I guess as long as you've got that deposit and got the savings, I think you'll be all good.
So, what are the steps they have to take to get into the property market? People under the 491 visa.
The first step that I always tell people is, you call your broker or even call me anytime, and then I can give them some more information. But it's more regarding their employment, the type of work they're doing, and also, if they want to save more money, what can they do with it? For instance, if a person who's thinking to get into the property market, they can get away from the expensive stamp duty just by buying land first, so that they pay stamp duty on the land instead of buying an established home. Um, just to give you an idea, for a $500,000 home in Queensland, an established home, you'd pay stamp duty, and all of the costs would be close to $100,000. But if you find a land for $250,000, which could be possible, I'm not too sure, your cost will come down as low as $60,000 or $70,000. So it's really on them, and it's the need to make this decision. So just to answer your question again, the first step would be go and talk to your broker, right? And know what's actually required. The
Mm.
visa is not a problem as
Yeah.
long as they're saving money, as long as they've got money. They will be all sweet.
Right. So a lot of people that ask me question as well. They under the 491 visa, what sort of property they can buy? They can buy to live. They can only buy to live in, or they can actually invest and rent it out as well.
They can buy any sort of property to live in, but if they want to buy it as an investment, they have to build a new one.
Yeah. So they can pretty much buy a land and build a house. And
Yes, yes. Just the most important part here is, they need to get the approval from the Foreign Investment Review Board. That's going to cost them extra $13,000. But then, it's not really advised to do it before getting pre-approval or before starting any process. So first you go for pre-approval, go and find a house, and if you really love that house or the land, then go for the FRB process.
yeah. All right. Just a bit of out of track that we're talking at the moment. Just focusing on yourself as well. There's a lot of people might want to know what sort of service do you provide to your clients.
So I help clients with any sort of loans, especially home loan, car loans, personal loans, and I'm even advising so many things on how to actually increase their borrowing power, borrowing capacity, which means how can they actually maximize the loans, right, in order to buy the home that they really want. So it's kind of like, first thing, I want to educate people on mortgage, on home loans, or any kind of loans. Should they really take out the loan that they are talking about right now, or they don't really? So I work as a coach for them as well. But on the backside, it's definitely helping them with home loans and any other kind of loans.
All right. Being a real estate agent and coming to mortgage broking, how do you feel? What do you say? These two different professions.
It's not really different. I think it's real estate would be the front side, and the broking would be the back side. The back end of the process. In anyone who is into property buying or who is looking to buy a property will need both of these people, right? So
Yeah.
first they will need to talk to a broker, get the loans, and then they will go to the real estate agents. So I don't think that's two different career, but what it's like a cherry on top for me. I mean, I have had that experience, and now I can advise my clients in relation to the real estate as well, anywhere in Australia. So
Yeah.
I think that's been great.
Um, Look, the lot of people probably don't know, and a lot of people somehow hesitate to ask the questions. They want to buy a property, they got a PR or residency or whatever. What are the first steps the people should take if they are looking to buy their first? People buy first, second, third, or investment property. They already know how it works. But those who are looking to buy the first property, what would you suggest? What are the first few steps they need to take so they can get it started?
Is that towards the mortgage broking thing?
Yeah, yeah, well,
Yeah. So first, they need to know how much they can actually borrow from the bank.
yeah,
Okay. As long as they're working full time, casual, or any kind of employment, they need to know if their kind of type of employment is supported by the bank.
yeah.
So the first thing would be to know how much they can actually borrow.
So they can get that information through the mortgage broker, or they can go to the bank itself. And the other thing, that it's not something that I want to emphasize, but I think a lot of clients get a lot of benefits going through the mortgage broker. But as being a mortgage broker yourself, what do you say to those who is probably not sure whether to go to the bank or to reach out to the mortgage brokers to get that advice?
Yeah, what I always say to my clients is, go to any bank that you want, but I can beat that offer with a better one. So
Yeah,
how we actually work is we work with 20, 30 different types of bank at once. So when I get the application from the clients, what I do is I try to match the policies according to the documents or the application that the clients have. And what I go through that is, so I can actually compare from one bank with actually 20 other banks at the same time. Whereas clients could go to one bank a day or even two banks in 2 days or whatever. They will only get offers from two banks. So it's definitely it's actually better to go through the mortgage brokers because, like I said, they can actually compare your application with 20 or 30 different banks, and they can help you get the best offer on the market.
perfect. Look, I had a lot of things to talk about today, but I got to know that Manish has another meeting that needs to attend. So we will possibly have to sort on this out. We'll definitely be on next session or perhaps the other one to get more information out of him. But Manish, I would like to thank you for your short but very valuable time that you given the information. Those people that probably not sure what to do under the 491 visa or how to get it started to get to buy a home. Is there anything that you want to say before we leave? I know this is a very short session. I was thinking about going a little bit longer, but that's okay. I mean, you got another meeting. So yeah, please go ahead if you have anything that you want to tell our audience.
Look, there's not much to say, but if I had one thing that wanted to advise or tell to other people was, if you are not even ready, or if you're not thinking about buying a house right now, or even in another 1 or 2 months, go and talk to your broker, make a plan. Even if it's another 6 months or a year or 2 years, at least know what's involved in the process, so that when you're ready, you are ready.
Yeah. Nice. You can follow Manish on his TikTok. He's giving a lot of informative contents out there. I'm a very big follower of Manish as well. So if you want to follow him on Facebook. I think he's on a TikTok and Instagram as well, if I'm not wrong. If you have any questions about mortgage broking, either you're just about to buy or just about thinking or just about want to get it started, get in touch with Manish or one of your mortgage broker. Thanks, Manish. Thanks for the session today. We'll look forward to see you on the Gold Coast
Sure.
probably
Thank you. Thank you for
soon.
your time.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a great day.
Bye.
All right. That's all the session for today. I mean, if you have any questions about the mortgage broking or real estate, please reach out to myself and Manish. Our office is located in Southport. If you have any questions or you're looking to buy a property or sell or property management, we are there to help you out. My personal number is 0425 507. Either you're in Queensland or other states, you want to invest in Queensland is the best time to invest here in the Queensland. All right, I look forward to see you on next session, and thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for being with us. I look forward to see you on next session. Thanks very much. This is Kishor from Multidynamic Southport.